Hey guys, so we've just recently had an announcement from the Friday the 13th dev team over at Gun Media, and they're introducing some new maps, and I use the term new quite loosely because they are smaller versions of the pre-existing maps. That is 40% smaller versions of Higgins Haven, Packanack and Camp Crystal Lake. Now, is this a bad idea? Not exactly, no. I mean, it'll be nice to have at least some variation in the maps, and making them 40% smaller could actually make them play, I don't want to say better, but a little bit more fluid, seeing as you know that the space where resources can be is much more limited. But in retrospect as well, a 1 versus 7 game on a 40% smaller map is going to be really not a good idea. I mean, look at the kind of trend of what happens now. You rarely ever go through a game and don't see another counsellor, unless you are unlucky or, lucky enough to spawn completely away from everybody else and you kind of stay away from everybody else deliberately. You'll often get another counsellor run into your building or, find you on the road or whatever. So having 7 counsellors in a 40% smaller map, with Jason still able to morph and shift, which I have no doubt he'll be able to do, I actually think it's going to turn into a bit more of a meat grinder than Gun Media perhaps expect. So of course this is a free DLC, I mean, why wouldn't it be free? You're literally just cropping down the maps, but I actually think this is probably a good idea. Obviously, the dev team at Friday the 13th does have more new maps planned. They've already said they want to do the Grendel space station for one, but that is going to take a while, especially with all the bug fixes and everything they've got to be doing. So I actually think that a 40% smaller map would actually be quite ideal for, say, friendly games where it's, 5 players, 1v4, maybe, 1v5 or something similar like that, where it's a small lobby size and you haven't got the whole map to cover, because when you don't have a full lobby, the whole map is pretty big. However, it does get crowded when it's a full lobby, it does. So this idea for, 40% smaller maps is a good idea for friends, but not so good for, the public mainstream that are going to be playing this game. I'm personally a solo player. I have a few friends that have it, but I don't really play with them because they really don't play it. So, for me as a solo player, especially a solo player that mains a stealth character, I'm not a big fan of this 40% smaller maps. However, I'm willing to try it. Who knows, maybe we'll all be wrong and maybe it'll turn out quite good. Anyway, let me know in the comments what you think of these new variant maps. Don't forget to drop a like whilst you're there and check out the channel as well. There is more Friday the 13th content coming very soon, so subscribe to make sure you don't miss that. Again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.